Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Abubakar Yusuf and today I will try to complete this room TryHackme. So if we look at the difficulty, we're going to see this room is marked as medium difficulties. So if we come to task 1, we're going to see that the developer has added an anti-cheat measures to their game. Are you able to defeat the restrictions to gain access to their internal CMS? Well, we will see into that. So they ask us to allow 3 minutes for the box to be fully booted and the services to be available. So this is 2 minutes, so we're gonna give it like 1 minute. Okay, so the first question is, what is the number that will build the path? So first and first, because we already know that the site, it has a CMS, so it must has an HTTP web server running at some point. So what I did, the first thing I do is I start an nmap, and here are the results because I don't want to spend too much time. So let's go to nmap. I run nmap twice. I run nmap default and then I run nmap with script. So let me open both of them for you. The nmap to the first one, it's just like the origin, like without addition of anything. Just double port, just the port and the service name. So we have 3 ports open, just port 22, 80, 80, 85, and then we have this service running. But according to nmap, port 85, it is an unknown service. So when I run nmap again with scripts, I get the actual service which is running in port 80, 85. So if we're gonna see, it's still an HTTP and it's a Kuni Unicorn 20.0.4. So what I do next is I try to go to the port 80 because I have an Apache server. Maybe there is something worth looking. So and this is port 80. If you see the IP address is the same. So when I come to port 80, I really didn't find anything useful in here. So I tried to search for robots.txt and I get a request wasn't found in the server. So like right now I doesn't know exactly where to go next, so I need something like GoBuster. So what I do is I run a GoBuster. I already export the IP address. The IP address is the same as the IP I'm using right now. Or list GoBuster directory 2.3 medium. So I run a GoBuster on the site, and let me tell you the truth, there is completely nothing in there as well. So I decided to move on to the next port, which is port 8085. This one is server status and it's 403, so we are forbidden to look at the file. So I decided to go to port 8085, and I was welcome with something like this. If you're gonna see, we have a spinner game. Okay, so this is at least better than the last one, right? We have something that we can interact with. So we have one box to enter an input, and what I do at first, always when I come to the site, I try to view the source code by using Control U, and then in this there is nothing really interesting except this static index.js. So I open the static index.js. Maybe there is something useful in there to look at, but if you take a look, you see completely there is nothing really useful. Like there is not some sort of like server side request. Like all thing it is just rendering this image scanner or a spinner. So this one too is a dead end. It's completely not useful. So and then I have to take a look at this input. So let's assume I try to enter 1 2 3 4. I press it, click, and I get a result. Oh no, how unlucky. Spin the wheel and try again. So what I try to do here, because I know that there has to be one number which is the actual correct number. So I open the actual I open the developer console to see what is happening exactly when I send this request. I am on the network tab, and then I press click so I can see what's happening. I look at the post request because that is what I care the most. All this I get to request CSS and JS, and I'm not interested in them for now. So I look at this one. Wait, let me make it bigger. I particularly look at look at the HTTP headers, you see connection, but there is something which is a little bit weird in here. So I have an X rate limit, which is unusual HTTP header, and then I have an X limit X limit remaining 9, and then I have X limit reset, which is this giant big number. So I try to look at the request. I see there is nothing really like hard to do in here. There is no cookies. The only thing that could grab my attention is this X limit thing. So I try to enter the numbers, some numbers again, to see will that number decrease. And right now the limit is 10 and the remaining is 9. So let me try to enter the number again, something else again. So where is the X limit? I see the limit, actually I see the limit, it is still 9. I try to enter another number again just to make sure that will that number change or it doesn't change. Well, I'm sorry, right now I have to do something. I have to capture the traffic again. So at the end I understand that I have only limit of 8. Sorry, I have only limit to enter 10 numbers. Let me zoom this in. I have only limit to enter 10 numbers, and right now I have only 8 remaining. So I was thinking that even if I use something like Crow or Python, I will still be blocked. So I make a very simple like Google search. I search bypass HTML rate limit, and the first link is this. So I see this article. Let me zoom it a little bit closer. I honestly try almost all of them, but this one in particularly works for me. X remote IP. Okay, so basically, actually no, this one is the one that works. Okay, so actually it's basically I am telling the server that this request, it is coming from the localhost, which is 127.0.0.1, and according to how the server is supposed to work, it is not allowed to block any request from the local server, no matter how many times that block no matter how many times that request has been done. So I make a script in here. If you're gonna see this is our GoBuster, it absolutely return nothing. So I make a script in here. Why is this thing getting freeze? Okay guys, I'm sorry, I don't know exactly why my team station just died in there. Okay, so I am back where I'm supposed to be. Okay, so guys, I don't have things. Okay, so let me open the script. Let me just cut it out, or let me just open it with Vim. Okay, so if you take a closer look, you're gonna see this is the script. So what does this script does? This is the URL that I have, which is the exact IP address I have. So I loop in 10,000, and then because I look at the hint honestly, because according to the hint, this is the exact number, but according to the hint, you can see that there are only 5 numbers. So I decided to start from 10,000 until 99,000, because those are the only 5 numbers exist. And if you look at the hint, you're gonna see they ask, what headers could you add to the request? Well, according to my research, I can add some of these headers to make it works. So and then I came up with this script, and let me show you exactly how it works. So I'm sorry, if I press Q again, if I try to run it right now, you're gonna see that when I do 20 times, the error rate limit exceed. It's here. So I decided to modify the script to make it works, because as I told you, I need it to work. So what I add exactly was this thing. I add a custom header to the crawl so that it will tell the server that this request is coming from the local host. So when I run this one, I should be able to get the exact answer. And this one too, I need to uncomment it because I want to send the output to a file so that I can look it up. So right now I'm going to rerun the script again. We're just going to give it some seconds to come up with the answer. It's faster, and it is even faster than Python. I tried all even in Python, so you can see the lucky number is 1092, which is the exact number that I put in here, 1092. Okay, so and then if I press ls, I'm gonna see answer.html. If I open answer.html, I'm gonna see that I have a path. If you can see I have h3, you get the path. So what I do here is I copy this thing here. Okay, I'm here. I copy that thing, and then I try to go to this path here, Control V, but it shows me that it doesn't exist. So what I thought is maybe this path, it belongs to the port 80, and guess what? I am lucky enough to be that. Okay, so we have the CMS. You can see mara-cms, and then right now we're going to continue. Okay, so what is the path? Yeah, this is the path. Sure, we've got this answer correct for sure. And then what is the CMS? It's mara. This one too is correct. So the next thing is what is the version running. An easy way to get the version most of the time is by scrolling all the way down. You might be able to see the version, but in here for some reasons I couldn't see, so I used Control U because I just felt like it has to be somewhere in here. Maybe it's hidden or something like that. But unfortunately we couldn't get anything here. So what else we should try to do? Well, we should try to search for an exploit for this mara, because at the beginning we were introduced that we will exploit a CMS, and the CMS is a mara. So what I do is I do search exploits mara, just search for mara, and then I look at a lot of things in here, but the only thing that I am probably interested the most is this one, the remote code execution one, because as you can see, maran php. Actually, let me search for CMS. Okay, so I'm searching the wrong term for sure. Well, so I think we're gonna be using one of, probably we're gonna be using this 3775. So let me just mirror it and see what is inside there. 3775. Okay, so this is so many informations. Okay, we were just looking up and see what might be useful in here. Well, I honestly don't know why we didn't get the exact exploit from the search word. So I decided to search it online. mara-cms exploit. Sorry, my internet is a little bit buggy today. Okay, so I found mara-cms 7.5 remote code execution. Well, this is exactly what I'm looking at for, because always remote code execution is the best, probably one of the most scary thing. Okay, so we're just gonna wait for some seconds for this thing to work. And here I saw the version is 7.5. Well, maybe if we put 7.5 in here would be correct. Just guessing the numbers. Well, yeah. So this tells us exactly that this exploit, it just has to work in here. So if we read the description for this, it's exploit to this proof of concept, login in mara default. Okay, so we have to log in first. Username and the password is admin change me. Sure, I'm gonna log in soon. And then what else we need to do? and then we're gonna navigate to this place, and then we put this file, and then we okay. So right now we have an exploit for sure, but the thing is we doesn't even know where is the login page. So let's go to sitemap, because and the sitemap there is no login page in here whatsoever. Let's search for login, maybe slash login. Nope, there's nothing in here. So you know what I should be using right now. I should just start a GoBuster and see what we can get. So I start a GoBuster dash, actually no, URL. I'm sorry guys, I forget the IP address, so I gotta go back and copy it. Port it just doesn't have port, and then the path too, I need to copy it because I want to search specifically under this path. And a word list, I always use this word list, not usually. .3 medium, that's all I use. And sometimes, okay, so because right now we are inside folder, I will try to include like such like this php files, .txt, .php, txt, maybe log, maybe backup. We can maybe get something useful. So from the look, we have blog, the 302, which is redirect site. We have sitemap, we're already here, we're here. But the only thing that we didn't see before is this one, /lorem.php. Okay, so let's try to go to this thing and maybe we can get something useful from it. So I'm gonna go to lorem.php. I'm sorry, today I can't type whatsoever. Okay, so we are in the lorem, and we are greeting with login with admin and change me to this place. So well, that's amazing because I am looking for the login site for a very long time. So I have the login and I already have the password. If you can see it here, let me zoom it. You can see they use login with admin and change me. Okay, so I'm not gonna change you. Change me. I hope it's correct. Oh no, it's not correct. Okay, please now be correct. You are using default. Can be hacked. Well, you already hacked already. You don't need to care much about hacking. Okay, so right now I am in the website. Let me zoom it to 100%. So we're gonna continue following our exploit here because it just makes perfect sense to follow it. So they told us when we log in with these credentials, we're gonna go to this website. Well, sorry, we're gonna go to this URL, which is this target. It has to be target is our actual the paths that we got already. So here we're gonna I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna press this thing here, and then I'm gonna press enter. And indeed we get upload place. So what we should do next is we should get a reverse shell real quick from internet. So we should get php reverse shell. Just get one from Pentest Monkey, and it should be enough for us. For some reason today my internet is very slow. I don't know why. So I'm gonna grab it real quick. Just copy paste this enough for me. Let me just save it. I'm gonna put it in my just make a shell.php, and then I need to edit it because I need to change the IP address and the thing. So I need to change it to my local IP address here. IP address should be something different. It should be 10.10.89.203, not 203, 208, and port 123 is okay. I don't care much about the port. So I'm gonna start the netcard .nlvp port 1234. Okay, sure. And right now I need to upload this reverse shell in here. This is completely not useful, at least for now. I'm gonna search in my computer. I'm in desktop. I have shell.php. I press open it. I start upload, and it tells all it is uploaded successfully. If you can see it here, all files uploaded successfully, and the path it exists is in this place. You get /image. So I'm gonna copy this path. I don't really need to copy it. I can just put it anywhere I wanted to. But today I'm gonna be using the other place. So /img/shell.php, and I should be able to get a shell right now. So if I check here, I already have shell. Who am I? I am data. Okay, sure, that's kinda not bad. Can I go to home ls cd kiran? Can I go to kiran ls? Can I open user.txt please? Well, unfortunately I can't. So I am logging, but I am logging with like a very low level user. So if I check the hint here, I always try to look at the hint. They tell me, are there any interesting backups? Okay, so we can just use find command to find for backup files. Say, well, sometimes find doesn't exist in the systems. And yes, I think find, and for some reasons I cannot use find. Right now I have to do everything manually, which is a little bit annoying. I have a folder here called backups, so let me go to backups and s. Oh, that's very nice. I have a shadow backup. I have passwd backup. Let me read the shadow. That's probably the most important thing to do, to read. What? I can't use cat. Take L please. So only root can read these files. I was stupid enough not to look at the hidden files, and it took me like maybe 10 minutes to somehow manage to think of it. So actually the answer should be ls tag a, not answer. The way to see the files should be ls tag a, and if I is ls tag a tal l, I'm gonna see that I can read some of them. I can read this file. I can read the back the passwd, so that's very good. cat.back.passwd, and in here we can see that we have a password for Kiran. As you can see, like this is his password. Try this password for user Kiran. That's kind of complicated password. So I can go to Kiran. I need to be on the system first. Please be correct. Kiran at, what is the IP address again? Okay. Yes, I agree with this. What? But I can't SSH. So I think this user has a public private key thing. So I can just sue Kiran here, I guess. Yeah. Try this password for user Kiran. That's so hard. And then if I press ID, so right now I'm Kiran, and I can go to home directory and I can view user.txt. So one flag down. I'm gonna yank this real quick. Come here and paste it. Okay, one flag down, and then the next flag is the root flag. So by the root flag we have a hint in here. They told us we don't always need sudo. So what else do we need? I forget to use sudo -l honestly to see what can I run in this system. Well, unfortunately I can't run anything. So we're gonna try to look at the hint again. We don't always need sudo. What is that supposed to mean to me? Maybe I should try to search for like sudo alternatives. The sudo even has alternative. It's an open source project. So I look at this thing. So I decided maybe I should take the suicide path. So I see something DAOs here. I see all these things. So maybe I should try to take the suicide road. Maybe this is DAOs. Okay, sure. Can I search for DAOs in this system? Does this exist? And guess what? It exists in this system. I have usage of this thing. So what should I do next? I think I have sudo. I have something that is completely similar to sudo. But I need to search for the configurations for these DAOs to see what it's exactly going to be doing. So the config is -etc daos.conf ls-etc. Oh, where are you? Can I please go there? Okay, it doesn't exist in here. But I think this is a way to exploit this system for sure. Let me search for files. Because if we somehow manage to get the configuration files, maybe there is something which is a little bit useful for us. Maybe we can check USR local. cd-usr-local. I don't think I can create let me go to etc then. Oh my god, so this configuration is here. Oh, that's good. So I can run rsync without password as a user kiran. I'm permitted to run no password kiran as root. Very good. So I think I already finished this box as far as I'm concerned. Let me go to GTFO bins again. I think there is a way to manipulate rsync. Sudo. If the binary is allowed to run as a super user, it is drop the element and maybe used to access file system. That's very nice. So I can copy this for sure. But right now I'm gonna be using DAOs, not sudo. So sorry, I think I copied the wrong thing. I'm gonna not copy the sudo. How do you type? DOAS rsync, please. ID, and yes, I'm root. Okay, so cd-root ls and there we go. We got the flag. We root the box. Well, it is actually fun doing this box, and I learned a lot of things. I learned that something exists that is an alternative to sudo. I learned that I can manipulate the headers. And what else did I learn? Absolutely useful. Those are the key informations. And wish you all the best and see you in the next video. Have a great time.